Are we seeing the return of intuition? Over the last little while, I've been goofing around on X. That's right, folks, goofing around on X. One of my most popular posts is the eternal question, to write or to goof around on X. And that got a lot of views for some reason. Don't ask me why. But one of my latest posts on there, I've been reading a lot lately, and I've always been reading a lot. And I can tell I've now become very, very, I guess, sensitive to what I believe is AI-generated text. Because there's specific words and phrases in AI-generated text that typically people wouldn't use, typical words that people wouldn't use. And my friends and I on X were joking around about this. Like, for example, delve. How often do you use the word delve or dive into? And then others said, well, what about the word tapestry? I've never heard anybody, other than maybe like high-level academics, use the word tapestry in an article. Or the one I found most interesting was testament. It's a testament to this. It's a testament to that. And there's certain key words that are coming out in almost everything AI does, and everything generative AI does. So it's fairly easy to try and pick out, or be able to pick out, the kind of things that are generated by AI. I mean, some of it is definitely not generated by AI. You can tell it's not generated, but some of it you look at on the edge of it and you say, well, is it generated by AI or is it not generated by an AI? And that's why I say, like what I say to people who keep talking about, well, I can't believe that you're jumping into this AI thing. You're a writer. You should be able to just write. You should hate AI. And I'm like, no. AI is a tool. It's just like any other tool. It's like a typewriter. It's like a pad and pen. It's like anything that's out there that can be used to help you to write, to help you to create, to help you to produce. And if you ask me, it's great for those people who can't really just do it. It helps people to visualize and organize their thoughts. Maybe they'll have a nugget of an idea and they'll throw it into an AI, and AI can help them flesh it out. So I can understand that is a use for it. But I think what's going to happen now is that we're starting to see reams and reams of AI-generated content come out there. And I think we are, as human beings, are starting to have a sense, a feeling, an intuition as to what is generated by AI and what isn't. And now, there's lots of tools out there. In fact, there's a number of tools, and I had a few people on my show, or I had a gentleman on my show who ran a company that did just that. They used tools to be able to detect if something was AI-generated. I mean, think about it this way. If you're writing a term paper, you can go to AI and have the AI write the term paper and edit it lightly yourself and submit it, and boom, you might be able to get a good mark without having to actually do the work. So for that purpose and for many others, they have a tool that allows you to figure out, or allows them to figure out, whether something is AI generated or not. It's kind of like the current and future version of plagiarism checkers, because before we used to concern ourselves with plagiarism. And there's still lots of plagiarism going on. Sure, people lift whole passages from other texts and put it in theirs and expect it to go through. And there's still plagiarism checks going on. But now with AI, it's so much easier to be able to create something brand new that is difficult for a plagiarism checker to find. So here comes along these AI checkers to confirm if this output is AI generated. And it can tell if AI is generating it. Now, contrary to many, many people who I've talked to who say that is the worst, it's the absolute worst for somebody who's a creative person, a writer, an illustrator, whatever, a painter, to use AI in their work. And that anybody who uses AI in their work is to be dismissed, to be hated, to be said, that's it, your work is terrible because you're using AI in the work. And I disagree with that, because I think AI, as I have said many times before, AI isn't a machine. AI is humanity assisting you with your work. When you ask AI to do something for you, do you just say this was generated by AI, or did you say it was generated with AI? Because if it wasn't for your input, that thing, that phrase, that poem, that short story, that image would never have been generated at all. You provided the seed for generation. It just went ahead and asked the rest of humanity, which had it already encoded in its large language model, what this thing that you're going to try and come up with would look at. But I digress. What I wanted to talk about was intuition. So what's going to happen now is that we're getting to the point now where our senses are finely tuned against AI. And that's just the current level of AI that we have today. So we have ChatGPT 4, we have Claude 3, and a few others that are at this certain level. But sometime this summer, we're going to see AI in a much more advanced form. In fact, it'll be so much more advanced. Like I said, we can intuit what AI is AI now, but it'll be so much more advanced. The next versions of this software will be so much more advanced that we probably won't be able to intuit what is AI and what is no longer AI. And some people think this is the world, it's the end of the world, it's the worst possible thing that can happen, and I say, bring it on. All we need are better tools in order to create. That's it for me for today. See you next time. Until then, don't forget to think future.